Somewhere in the future, there's a version of you, 10 years older, 10 years wiser. 10 years further down the road, you're on right now. And that version of you knows exactly how this story goes because they lived it. They were you. They had the same options, the same opportunities, the same hours in the day, and they made choices. Some of them good, some of them they wish they could take back. And if that version of you could reach back through time right now and say one thing, it wouldn't be a motivational speech. It wouldn't be a list of tips. It would be one simple thing. Stop wasting the time I wish I still had. Because the future version of you doesn't hate you. They're not angry at you. They're just watching you from a place where they can see the whole picture. And the whole picture is something you can't see yet. You're too close to it. You're inside the days, inside the routine, inside the comfortable loop of waking up and getting through it, and going to sleep and doing it again. And from the inside, it feels fine. It feels manageable. It feels like there's time. But future you knows what the days actually added up to. And that's the thing that keeps them up at night. Not the big failures, not the dramatic moments, the days, the ordinary, unremarkable days that felt like nothing when they were happening. The mornings they slept through, the hours they spent watching other people build things instead of building their own. The evenings they told themselves they'd start tomorrow, and tomorrow came and they said it again and again and again until suddenly it wasn't tomorrow anymore. It was 10 years later, and the thing they kept saying they'd start was still just an idea they never tested. That's what regret actually looks like. Not one big moment, 1,000 small ones that all pointed the same direction, and you kept choosing the easier one. Here's what nobody prepares you for about your early 20s. The choices you make right now don't just affect right now. They compound, every single one of them. The discipline you build today makes tomorrow easier. The laziness you practice today makes tomorrow harder. The skills you develop now become the foundation everything else is built on. And the hours you throw away now are hours you cannot get back, no matter how hard you work later. Future you understands this completely because future you lived it. They felt the compounding in both directions. They felt what it was like when the good choices stacked up and created momentum. And they felt what it was like when the bad choices stacked up and created a ceiling that they couldn't get past. And if they could tell you one thing, it's that the stacking starts earlier than you think. It's already happening right now, today, every single day. You are either building something or eroding something. There is no neutral. There is no pause button. The clock is always running. And the version of you 10 years from now is watching every single day add to one column or the other. Think about specific things future you wishes you had started earlier. Not in a vague general way, specifically. Because future you doesn't think in vague terms. They think in specific ones. They think about the years they spent scrolling instead of building a skill that would have changed everything. They think about the relationships they let die because they were too comfortable to put in effort. They think about the mornings they wasted when their energy was highest and they had no real obligations. They think about the version of themselves that had everything they needed to build something real and just didn't. Not because they couldn't, because they didn't decide to. And that's the thing that hurts the most for future you. Not that you failed, not that you tried and it didn't work, but that you never really tried. That you kept the dream safe by never testing it. That you protected yourself from failure so perfectly that you also protected yourself from everything else. From the life that you actually wanted. From the version of yourself you were capable of becoming. From the story you could have been living. Future you doesn't want that for you. They're not watching from a place of judgment. They're watching from a place of knowing how fast it goes, knowing how much the small choices matter, knowing that the version of you sitting right here, right now, has something they would give anything to have back. Time, energy, youth, the ability to start with nothing and build everything. The brain that's still forming and still adaptable and still capable of absorbing new things at a speed that won't last forever. The lack of real obligations that most people don't fully appreciate until those obligations arrive, and suddenly there's no more room. Future you is watching you sit in the middle of the greatest opportunity of your life, and they're hoping, genuinely hoping, that you see it before it's gone. Because here's the truth about regret. Real regret doesn't show up all at once. It creeps. It shows up slowly in small moments. When you're 28 and watching someone your age do the thing you always said you were going to do. When you're 30 and realize that the gap between you and the people who started has become impossible to close in the time that you have left. When you're 35 and doing the math on the years you have versus the years you wasted, and the numbers don't add up the way you need them to. Real regret is quiet, persistent, and it builds from exactly the kind of days you're living right now. But here's the thing about regret. It's not inevitable. It's not your destiny. It's a choice. Not a single dramatic choice, 1,000 small ones, made every single day. In the moments nobody sees. In the gap between what's comfortable and what's necessary. In the decision to start or to wait one more day. Future you made those choices, and they're living with them. And right now, in this moment, they are watching you face the exact same ones. And they want you to choose differently than they did. Not perfectly, not all at once, just differently, just 1 degree better, just one choice today that your future self will be grateful for, instead of one more that they'll have to carry. Because the version of you 10 years from now isn't fixed yet. They're being built right now in this moment, in the choices you make today. When nobody is watching and nothing is forcing you, that version of you is still being written. And the only question that actually matters is what story you're going to give them to live with. So stop wasting the time they wish they still had. Start now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now. Future you is watching. Make them proud.